Hey, this is going to be a demo of using the LV1 report Python script to export your show patch information to an Excel file. So this Python script is capable of taking any patch data in your show. So inputs, A or B, any outputs, direct or mixed buses, and then any device-to-device patching you have. And it's going to put that into an Excel file that may look something like this, with 3 worksheets at the bottom. The input one will show you the input channel, the A source, the device name and its channel, as well as the B source, its device and its channel, as well as the output routing. So the output routing will show you again where it's going to, the device name and its channel. This will also tell you what the signal source is from the output section. So in this case, I have matrix 4 and what its label name is, as well as device-to-device data. Here you can see the source device name and its channel, as well as the destination device and its channel. So in order to use this, you need a couple of things. You need Python 3, and you need Git. So I'm going to show you how this works both on a Mac and in Windows. So on a Mac, the easiest way to get Python 3 and Git is to install Xcode from Apple. So just go to the App Store, install Xcode, run it once, and it'll make sure that you have all of that installed. On the Windows side, you'll want to make sure that you have downloaded Python 3. Go ahead and just grab the latest one, and also Git for Windows. When you install Git for Windows, there's a lot of questions. Just accept all the defaults. They're good for most people. When you install Python, make sure that you check the box that adds Python to your local path. It's one of the first options you can choose in the installer. Another thing that you should just watch out for in Windows after you've installed it is go to the Manage App Execution Aliases settings and make sure you uncheck these two for Python, and that'll make sure that things are going to be found properly. So the LV1 report Python script is available from the GitHub page here. The link will be in the description. We're going to download it in a second. I'll show you how. The first thing we'll do on the Mac side is open Terminal. When you go to the GitHub page, you'll see that there's a place to download code. And you can copy this HTTPS link. And when you come into the terminal, type git clone and go ahead and paste that URL. And what you'll see is that when I hit enter, it will download the code for the LV1 report into this directory where I am currently. On Windows, when you install Git, then you get, and if you right click, you can say git bash here. And that'll open a terminal for you in the directory that you clicked. So here I am on the desktop in a terminal. So the same thing goes. I can click here, copy that link, and then I can type git clone and paste that URL. And you can see that it's created that directory here, LV1 report. Now back on the Mac side, in Terminal, we're going to change directory into LV1 report. And then we're going to build it, as you can see in the instructions here on the GitHub page, by typing sh build.sh. So let's do that. sh build.sh. And this will compile the code. So here you can see it's done. Let's do the same thing on the Windows side. We're going to change directory into LV1 report. Then we're going to type sh build.sh. Great, it's installed now too. Now, if you've installed it the way I've shown you here, we're using what's called Python virtual environments, which is just a nice way to keep Python installed in a single directory and not affecting your entire system. So every time you want to use the script, you want to make sure that you run this activate command. It's in the instructions here if you ever forget, both for Mac and Windows. It also tells you here right after the installation that you want to run this source command. So I'm going to copy and paste it. On the Mac side, it looks like that. On the Windows side, it looks slightly different. So I'm going to copy and paste it. Now the next thing you need is to find one of your session files from LV1. On the Mac side, the default location from them is in Users, Shared, Waves, Emotion, and Sessions. But you can also save as when you're in LV1 and put them anywhere you want. On the Windows side, they're in C, Users, Public, Waves Audio, Emotion, Sessions. So to run this command, you just type LV1 report space, and then you want to put the file name of your emo file. A nice feature of the terminal programs is that you can drag a file there and it will actually type that out for you, the full location to that. So once that's there, LV1 report and the name, you just hit enter and it'll tell you it's written a report to this location, which happens to be the same place as the emo file. If I open this up, you can see I now have a readout of all my inputs, outputs, and device to devices. The file name was automatically named with a timestamp that you ran the script, so you could continuously run this command over and over again and you get a new file name with a new timestamp. Same thing on the Windows side. If I type LV1 report space, and then I can drag an emo file here, you can see it will fill in the location, and I'm going to hit enter. Same thing here. I now have my Excel file. Now, if I were to run LV1 report without any file name, you'll see that it'll tell me I can use -- help for more help. So let's do LV1 report -- help. And you can see at this point, it takes one optional argument where you can actually tell it where to put the file. So instead, if I did LV1 report -f, and then I give it a new location, let's just say my desktop, and then my show.xlsx, followed by the show file, you'll see that it no longer created the timestamped file here, but on my desktop, I got a file called myshow.xlsx. Just note that I've only tested this script on sessions generated in LV1 versions 11 and 12. Also, my sessions may be simpler than yours, and you may have something that generates an error in the script or doesn't have correct output in the Excel file. So please give me feedback if you notice anything strange, and I'll do my best to update the script. Hopefully down the road, there'll be more options for formats to export to or different items of data you can export out of the session other than just simple patching. But for now, this is what it is. Let me know if you have any feedback. Thanks.